Good morning. I am so glad to be here. I'm Denise, and we are working with Unity Fort Worth for our morning meditation time on this beautiful, sunshiny June morning on Thursday. So I'm glad to have you here. I am reading from This Life is Yours, and our 12 of the 12 powers that we're doing today, I'm doing zeal. So, and Charles Fillmore says, zeal is the inward fire of the soul that urges us onward. The affirmative impulse of existence. Wow, that clear connection to spirit where you can't wait. Have you ever had that feeling inside where that is so exciting what am I going to do? Good morning, Pamela. So glad to see you this morning, or see your name there. So anyway, I was just thinking that sometimes though in life, we get into this connection where our emotions pull us downward and we just start moving in this direction. And so it's so hard when we're moving this way. It's so hard to turn and pull us back up. And that's where the spark of zeal is so important. So I'm going to continue doing a little reading here from the Whitsitt ladies in our book, because it talks about the flashes of boldness that as you have zeal in your life, you feel this, you're drawn to the light. It begins with a flicker, a stirring in your stomach that is hard to ignore and keeps you awake at night. Awake at night in a good way, right? You can't wait to do what needs to happen for the next day. That I think is so exciting because you're so bold. Who's out there? You're wanting to take over. You're wanting to be a part of it because it's just an amazing feel of enthusiasm for life. No self-consciousness, no, just excited to be in life. So one of the things that it talks about in this book is talking about being audacious. What is audacity? Audacity is, in fact, the aspect of zeal that proclaims, I am the light. Linda defines it as uncommon valor in the midst of common human circumstances. Uncommon valor. Wow. When you can just be so excited that you're moving forward and you're serving and you know that what you're doing is what you're meant to do. That is what zeal is to really have that enthusiasm in life. So good morning, Terry. Good to see you. And so we're looking at how to have zeal and and I kind of think of it sometimes when when you are in those low places, you can't even imagine having zeal. So in my own thoughts about that, it's kind of like lighting a fire. And so in the meditation this morning, we're going to light a fire. And we're not going to use it with a match. No. Instead, we're going to use some steel and flint. And we're going to have to really kind of start looking at hitting it so that you see those sparks, because that's the spark of zeal that begins to happen in our own lives. So let's take a few moments. As I light my candles, seeing that light that is right here, that brews within us. And we know that we can open our emotions, our minds up to the inner light that is there to be sparked, to begins to flicker. Those are the kinds of ways to think of it. So let's just take a few moments to settle in, closing our eyes, getting reconnected, breathing in, releasing and letting go through our bodies, finding those places that you need to wiggle or move to begin to just let go, releasing, relaxing. Breathing in and feeling the energy of spirit that moves in us with each and every breath. It is this beautiful flow that we can connect to when we just watch the breath for a few moments. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. And then using the power of imagination for a few moments, as we just bring together those things that we need to light a fire. So getting some dead leaves, some old paper, maybe some newspaper, some twigs, that you're just going to pile right there in front of you. And kind of see that little pile of dead stuff that is right there in front of you as you're just piling it on. See that as those negative emotions that might have been a part of your life in some shape, way, or form. And then we bring to that pile of dead leaves and wood, you just bring a flint and a piece of steel, and we just take that in our mind's imagination, and we just flick it, hit it over and over and over. And just see the little sparks begin to happen as you just flick it, continuously doing that, knowing that it's not going to take just necessarily in the first or second one, but you have to be consistent with flicking that flint steel together, watching the sparks, And then when you begin to do it enough, over and over, see that spark, boom, hit that dead wood. And a little flicker begins to happen, and do it again. And do it again. And do it again. And as you consistently hit that, seeing that flicker, then a fire begins to poof, begins to happen. Little bit, little spark, little bit, and then it grows. And then it grows, and then you begin to put a little bit more pieces of sticks on top. And you begin to see the fire begin to grow within you. And know that right there in that fire is the desire that is beginning to take form in your imagination. That is the light of God that initiates within your consciousness. What is it that is yours to do? What is your purpose? Where is the excitement that comes into your consciousness that is first just a little flicker, just an idea, but then with patience, with consistency, begins to grow. And maybe it is somebody says something in your life that you think, oh, that could be connected. I could do that. I could work with them, or I could do this. Something that begins to grow in your imagination that is connected to who you are and how you need to be. Your gifts are ignited into the world. Your talents are used to serve, to be, to open up, to ignite. And zeal begins to happen in your life. The energy, the life, the purpose, the excitement grows and grows and grows. So breathe into this moment as you begin to just feel the excitement. See yourself, know within that this beautiful, sweet power is right here available. The boldness comes forward. The audacity to jump into life, to be who you are, to be authentic. Let the breath flow. Feel the energy. Know that you are being led. And even if it isn't clear at this moment, even if there are questions of who and what and how. With each and every breath, you're clear that that will all come to pass. That will all come forward. See the fire flickering within your own heart, igniting, getting bigger and bigger. I step forward, opening myself up to all possibilities, to be guided, to be open. To the zeal that brings me forward in the energy of life. To be audacious. I am enthusiastic in my life and excited. And I am grateful. And I breathe that in. And so it is. So I send you out in a beautiful June day, full of zeal and audacity. Take care.